again, welcome to the show. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you could stop by. And here we are at the end of the week, and we made it again. Yeah. And Dr. Michael Murray will be the guest today, and he'll be on for the first portion of the show. We always enjoy having Dr. Murray on, and he will put the spotlight on enzymes. I'm glad he does, because it gives us an opportunity to try and educate ourselves about enzymes. Now, currently, and it's a good thing, and I'm not saying there's a mad rush to do this. There are not tens of millions of people making this transition, but I do notice a little bit of a trend, slightly, that some people are now more interested in a whole food, plant-based diet. And when some make that transition, they complain that they're having a difficult time with some gas and bloating and whatnot. All those unpleasant digestive disorders, if you will. And because they're not accustomed to eating that much fiber and eating a whole food plant-based diet, especially if it's one that's whole food plant-based, no meat, no dairy, and then if you follow Dr. Esselstyn, no oil, and others. And they're having a hard time digesting the food. I came up the other day, and I recommended that they do Enzymedica's Digest Gold. I don't know if, Gary, you remember that call.
That was actually me asking you that.
Yeah, and there was also, we had a listener, too. You asked, that's right, you did ask me. That's right. And it also came up with a listener. And so that's a good transition to make. I mean, if you want to go that direction, but you may need a little bit of assistance until you get accustomed. And then I would still continue to use the enzymes. So we'll have Dr. Murray discuss that. And you can get in touch with the show with your questions, your comments, your stories, whatever's on your mind, and it's easy to do.
At 877-897-8255. You can also message us through the Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition, one word, or at Dr. Garko at Let's Talk Nutrition. Don't forget, we're on the iTunes as Let's Talk Nutrition. So
good. That's all good. So we're connected, and we have an app as well.
We do. It's if you go to Let's Talk Nutrition, either to your app store or any of your app stores, you can download it, and if you click on it, it'll show you all the past videos that we've done.
Right. Previously aired shows.
And not only that, you can also get a discount. It's a $5 off a $35 purchase, and the code is GARCO. I kind of just gave that away, but, you're supposed to go to the app to get it.
It's okay. It's all good. And, of course, many of you know who Dr. Murray is. He's been on my show for a number of years.
And I already have 2 questions through Facebook already.
Regarding?
For Dr. Murray on
great.
enzymes.
Oh, wonderful. Boom. There you go. See how quick it is? And, of course, Dr. Murray is known nationally and internationally. He's in the realm, in the domain of natural medicine, and he's a naturopathic. He's an ND. He's a naturopathic physician. He was in clinical practice, and he's written many, many books, authored many books, maybe close to 30 now, I guess. Articles, gives talks. He's all over the place doing a lot of different things, and he comes on to Let's Talk Nutrition as well as other shows. But we always like having him here, too. Dr. Murray, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to have you on.
Dr. Garko, it's a pleasure.
Yes. Where are you today?
I'm in Sarasota.
My goodness. Are you living there now?
Well, spending, probably about 30 to 40% of my time here, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, Enzymedica is based here, so it's very convenient.
Okay. Well, heck, if I knew that, I would have found a way to get over there to see you.
Well, we'll set it up.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know you were spending that much time in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, it's nice and warm, nice and toasty, isn't it?
Well, my other locale, Phoenix, is probably the difference is between a sauna and a steam room. So
Wow.
I'm getting my steam this week.
Yeah, this is the steam room. Yes, I get it. You heard my little setup there. A number of
Right.
people, some people, not a lot, a few, are switching over to a whole food plant-based diet. Of course, it's vegetables and starchy vegetables, legumes, seeds, not lots of fiber, and are having a hard time. So, did you want to comment on that?
Yeah, you're quite accurate. Sometimes when people make changes to their diet, it changes their microbiome, and I'm sure that some of your listeners have heard that term. That's referring to the gut bacteria and other organisms. We have more organisms living in our intestinal tract than we have cells in the human body. So, to a very large extent, these microbiota, these microorganisms, play a huge role in our overall health, and they play a big role in digestive function. And sometimes when we make changes to our diet, it leads to alterations. And when we're talking about switching over to a high fiber plant-based diet, then it fosters the growth of a different type of bacterial flora, and it's a very healthy one, but sometimes it takes a little while for people to make that adjustment. And enzymes are certainly a big part of helping people transition to more comfort.
Yeah.
They make those changes.
What is it about? Maybe this sounds a silly question. What is it about the fiber that can be, if the person's not accustomed to eating a lot of fiber, what's going on there in the colon with the fiber that gives them all these issues?
Yeah, the biggest thing is that your gut bacteria will ferment that fiber, and fermentation produces a lot of gas, and sometimes that excess gas is related to not digesting the food properly because of lack of digestive enzymes. So taking an digestive enzyme supplement like Digest Gold can be really beneficial in relieving that gas. Many people are probably familiar with lactose intolerance. Lactose is a milk sugar, and when people lack the enzyme for breaking down that sugar, it can lead to a lot of gas, bloating, and even diarrhea. And sometimes people have similar experiences switching over to a higher fiber diet, and they're just lacking kind of enzyme support that'll help break down some of the carbohydrates. There's an enzyme called galactosidase that is used to break down the oligosaccharides or small sugars that are in beans. Many popular digestive enzyme aids designed specifically to help people tolerate legumes or beans better contain this enzyme. But there are other sugar-type molecules and fibers that the body can have a tougher time breaking down, and that leads to the organisms getting a hold of them and digesting them and producing a lot of gas. So the answer is, if you're experiencing gas, bloating, or indigestion, try and find a dietary cause, and most often you'll find that you can relieve those symptoms just by taking a digestive enzyme. Enzymedica has been promoting for years a 14-day challenge where you simply take Digest Gold, which is the most potent #1 enzyme product in North America. You just simply take one capsule of Digest Gold before every meal, and it's amazing how many people who've been struggling with the digestion issues for years report, "Oh my God, I wish I would have found this years ago."
Yeah.
Because all of them disappeared.
All right, Sansi, there you go. Try to solve problems. LTN, Coast to Coast. We'll be right back.
I'm Joy McCarthy, holistic nutritionist, and I expect more from my multivitamin. I've researched many vitamins, and what's truly different about Every Woman's One Daily from New Chapter is that it's fermented with probiotics and whole foods and gentle even on an empty stomach. Every Woman's One Daily helps you feel good every day, giving you immune, energy, and stress support, and nutrients for bone and heart health. You will notice a difference. Every Woman's One Daily recently won the Best Multivitamin Award, and I love that it's non-GMO project verified. Discover the wisdom of nature with New Chapter.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Dr. Michael Murray is my guest, Chief Science Officer at Enzymedica, and leading supplement company in terms of the manufacture of enzymes, no better. And we're very fortunate to have Dr. Murray on. Dr. Murray, there's a new line of products at Enzymedica that you have formulated, and last time you were on, we were discussing that line. I don't know what you have on your menu, but if you'd like to talk about that, we can do that, or whatever else you have prepared.
Yeah, well let's finish up and talk about food intolerances and
Sure.
how enzymes can help that. There's a lot of focus these days on gluten and how it can really adversely affect people on a number of different levels. And one of the things that Enzymedica has really tried to get across is that a lot of times these simple digestive issues, especially gas, bloating, and indigestion, are simply a lack of digestive enzymes. And it's amazing how many times people just suffer with these situations. It's sometimes really embarrassing for them. It doesn't have to be that way. Support your digestive tract, support your ability to break down food into particles that are then able to be absorbed and utilized by the body. And we use digestive enzymes for that purpose. I always get asked the question, well, what about probiotics? What's the difference between probiotics? Seems like everybody's taking a probiotic these days, and that's very good. It's very important. But probiotics don't help digest food, and a lot of the times the issue with people is they're just not breaking their food down properly. And as we age, the enzyme secretions decline, and we need many times that extra support that taking a good, high-quality enzyme supplement can provide. If someone is just dealing specifically with gluten intolerance, then Enzymedica has a product specifically for that. It's called Gluten Ease, and this product contains a special enzyme that's been proven to help digest gluten. It also contains other proteases or protein digesting enzymes, and that allows people who are gluten intolerant to be able to eat a bit of gluten, or certainly avoid some of the the problems where gluten is kind of a unknown entity in foods. It's amazing how many foods can have hidden sources of gluten. So a lot of times people that are gluten sensitive, they'll just take gluten-ease before they eat out because they're not preparing the food. They don't know if there might be a bit of gluten in there or not. And it certainly makes sense, and it certainly is effective.
So one way for people to help organize their thoughts about enzymes and how they're connected to different foods, if they thought of the 3 macronutrients, right? Protein, carbohydrate, and fat, that could serve like as a little organizing tool for them to know what kind of enzyme to take for what kind of food, right? If you follow me there?
Yeah, absolutely. Digest Gold is kind of a shotgun approach. It has high levels of amylases to digest carbohydrates, proteases to digest proteins, and lipases to digest fat. Lipo Gold is a formula that's designed specifically to support the digestion of fat. Many times people they're not secreting enough lipase, so that makes it very uncomfortable anytime they eat any bit of oil or a fatty food of any sort, even if it's a healthy fat. Well, independent studies have shown that just one capsule of Lipo Gold can digest 22 grams of fat. So it's a powerful aid to help break down fat and make sure we absorb those nutrients as we're designed to.
There seems to be a trend to remove gallbladders, right?
Yeah.
And when somebody has some issue with their gallbladder, I always tell people, make sure you get a second opinion, because there seems to be a very quick decision to have it removed. And I always say, make sure, because that's irreversible. Could you explain the implications of that with respect to digesting fats, and then what might a person need to do? This question came up day before yesterday, wasn't on air, about gallbladders and what am I going to do now? And could you elaborate a little bit on that, please?
Sure. Yeah, the biggest reason why people have gallbladder removal is because of stone formation, and when the bile gets too super saturated, it can lead to the formation of stones. So there's a lot of things that we can do to increase the fluidity and the solubility of bile. Drinking enough water is kind of a first step. And other things that we focus on from a natural perspective, again, is a high fiber diet. A high fiber diet promotes the secretion of bile, and it's able to actually bind that bile as well. So it's really important in kind of flushing the biliary system. You know, one of the ways the body gets rid of a lot of fat stored toxins like heavy metals and pesticides and herbicides and solvents and plastics and all is through the bile. And so we need to have a high fiber intake so that it can bind that bile, and in doing so it really increases what's called the intrahepatic biliary circulation.
And we'll learn some more. We'll be right back.
Feel better fast in every way.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Michael Murray is my guest, talking about enzymes today, and a very important topic for a lot of people, most. And you hear Dr. Murray point to different kinds of enzymes for different foods. You have 3 macronutrients: protein, carbohydrate, and fat. Relative to fat, I asked Dr. Murray about gallbladder removal. Dr. Murray, welcome back. Is it one of the consequences of having the gallbladder removed? You have a little bit more difficult time digesting fats?
Absolutely. Typically what happens when we eat a meal, particularly one that has a good amount of fat in it, the gallbladder actually contracts, and that pushes out bile, and that helps the absorption of fat. The pancreas secretes enzymes like lipase that helps break down the large fat molecules into smaller molecules, and then it gets emulsified with the bile. So it's kind of a 1-2 step in fat absorption with lipase and bile. So when someone has their gallbladder removed, they really need the extra support that comes through taking a good lipase formula like LipoGold. Now, all the Enzymedica digestive enzymes, they're put together through a proprietary process called TheraBlend. And what they're basically doing is these different classes of enzymes, like proteases, for example, or lipases, there are different variants of them. And these different variants will be active at different pHs and different temperatures. So what Enzymedica does is they blend these high-quality enzymes in a very sophisticated way to increase their ability to act in a wide range of pH ranges. So the outcome of that is that these digestive enzymes from Enzymedica tend to be 3 times stronger and 6 times faster in digesting the various food particles than competing brands. So what that means is that by 3 times stronger, I'm saying that it's able to digest more thoroughly a protein source and into the building blocks, the amino acids. And by 6 times faster, it's able to do this 6 times faster than a competing enzyme. So this is really important for that aspect. But then when you couple that with the fact that these enzymes are blended so that they're effective throughout an entire pH range of the gastrointestinal tract, it really is little wonder that Digest Gold, for example, has become the most widely utilized digestive enzyme product in North America today.
You're listening to Dr. Michael Murray on Let's Talk Nutrition Coast to Coast. Dr. Murray, I don't need to tell you that we live in a toxic world. The air, the water, the soil, the food chain, and people are being exposed to toxins, and most of us, maybe nearly all, who knows, are walking around with a body burden of chemicals that are deleterious to our health, and most people are not even aware of that, which is problematic. But the consequences of these chemicals in our body can be serious, can be grave, including the C word, cancer, among other issues. So is there a way for everyday people to address this issue of these toxins, these chemicals from a lot from industry and whatever in the environment? Is there anything the average person can do to protect themselves?
Yeah, well, number one is kind of reduce exposure, be mindful, and then choose foods that are organic, and try to reduce your intake of meat and dairy. Meat and dairy tend to concentrate a lot of these environmental pollutants, even much more than fruits, vegetables, legumes, and plant foods. So again, it comes down to eating more plant foods and reducing your intake of meat and dairy. Next, there are ways to support your body's detoxification mechanisms. You mentioned earlier, we developed at Enzymedica a new line of products called Purify. And the lead product in this suite of products is our 10-day total body cleanse. And this is a great way just to kind of tune up your body and kind of activate your detoxification mechanisms. It's a very easy to follow program. The kit comes with an AM packet of 4 pills for the morning and a PM packet for the evening. It also comes with instructions on what to eat, what not to eat, some lifestyle recommendations, all designed to amplify our ability to detoxify. It's really a great way to kickstart the detoxification process. We have other products in the line that can assist that process as well, but it's really an important thing, I think, to get in the habit of regularly detoxing and really focusing on eating clean and utilizing these natural products to help detoxify these harmful chemicals. Most of the time, these chemicals that we're talking about are fat soluble. They're stored in the body. They're very difficult for the body to get rid of. So our body needs a little help. And so what I've done in the Purify 10-day Total Body Cleanse is provided that help in an easy-to-use format. Just take 1 packet in the morning, 1 packet in the evening, follow the dietary recommendations, and you're good to go. It's not uncomfortable. It's no unpleasant side effects. You can carry on with your daily life, and it's just, again, a great way to kickstart your detoxification or cleansing processes.
I'm at the Enzymedica site, and I recommend that people visit Enzymedica.com and go to the link that there you'll see like a carousel. You'll see Dr. Murray's image, and you'll see Purify. Click on that. It'll take you to the information. And I'm at the Complete Body Cleanse, and I see at the top of the page coconut, prune flower, senna, and milk thistle. I'm presuming that's what's in that 10-day packet?
The 10-day packet, the morning formulas, we start that off with an enzyme blend. Enzymes are not only important in helping digest the food, but really setting the stage for having a healthy microbiome. The morning packet also contains a formula to help the liver and support liver detoxification. It contains an organic veggie blend that's designed to promote cleansing and really help that 2-stage process of detoxification. And lastly, it contains a formula to help improve bowel regularity.
I see he's got it covered. We come back, we'll continue LTN Coast to Coast with Dr. Murray.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
Michael Murray's my guest, talking about in the last segment this new line or suite of products that Dr. Murray formulated called Purify, and he put the spotlight on the one part of the suite. It's entitled 10-Day Complete Body Cleanse. Dr. Murray, welcome back. I was looking here on the page, and the morning cleanse contains powerful formulas for detoxification, while the evening cleanse offers gentle and effective support for elimination and regularity. And then I scrolled down. This is a pretty comprehensive ingredients panel. I'm looking at the panels. I mean,
right?
Yeah. This in the AM. Is it true? Is it the AM blend that has the? Maybe I'm confused and I'm not interpreting properly here. But I see organic barley juice and organic alfalfa and so on. Do I have that all wrong?
No, you're right. That's the organic detox veggie blend. We have that in the morning packet. In the morning packet, we also have the enzyme packet and the liver detox and the daily regularity. In the evening packet, we again have the enzyme formula. We again have the daily regularity. But we offer a little different support. We provide probiotics in the evening packet, 10 billion CFU, colony-forming units, live bacteria are provided in the evening. And then we also have a formula that contains mixed ascorbates along with MSM. Now, vitamin C or what I'm talking about, different forms, buffered forms and highly bioavailable forms. And MSM refers to physiological sulfur. The molecule is methylsulfonyl methane, and this compound is utilized by the body as really an ideal source of sulfur. And sulfur is really important in detoxifying various harmful chemicals. The liver and other tissues will bind a toxin to sulfur in order to nullify its toxic effects. So we want to make sure we have a plentiful supply of sulfur, and MSM is just a great currency form for sulfur. So the formula is very well thought out, and it comes with the instruction sheet. It's very easy to follow. Color-coded, not a lot of reading, just 2 pages. And taking the AM and PM packets along with following the dietary recommendations is again, just a great way to enhance your detoxification system and give it a kickstart. Here are the things that I look for in people to indicate whether they can benefit from some sort of cleansing program. If the person needs to boost their energy, or they're suffering from mental fogginess and confusion a lot, if they're getting more than 1 or 2 colds a year, if they just feel like they're lacking the vim and vigor and vitality that they used to, these are some of the telltale signs that maybe their body is being overloaded by various toxins, and they could really benefit from going on a cleanse.
Let me ask you, would cancer patients going through chemo benefit, you think, from this cleanse?
Yeah, I think so. I would recommend really doing it after. It's a great way to kind of give their body a chance to process and eliminate any remnants of chemotherapy and any remnants of various cellular debris that hasn't been properly cleansed. I'd kind of reserve it. When people are actually going through chemotherapy, we want to encourage that they stay really well nourished. That's the biggest thing. So, good high quality protein. I often recommend smoothies rich in whey protein, for example. They can utilize good oils to kind of boost their caloric intake. So in the cancer patient, we're really focusing on improved nutrition as best we can, and and trying to deal with some of the side effects and ravaging effects of chemotherapy.
Mm-hmm. Listening to Dr. Michael Murray, Chief Science Officer for Enzymedica on Let's Talk Nutrition Coast to Coast. And we're almost headed toward the end of this segment and Dr. Murray's visit with us today. What are you up to these days, Dr. Murray? What are you working on?
Well, I have a digestive health summit that will be conducted September 9th through 17th, and people can go to my website, drmurray.com, and if they sign up for my free email newsletter, they'll be kept abreast of when that summit is occurring. I've got a new book that'll be out in October called The Magic of Food, and a lot of activities promoting Enzymedica. People can go to enzymedica.com. They have a nice little digest test to help them kind of identify their need for digestive support. Lots of great information on my site, drmurray.com, as well as Enzymedica.
That you mentioned, that you allude to that test. People are always intrigued with those kinds of things. What's that about?
Well, it's just a simple, digestive assessment, and it offers some guidance as to what supplements might be helpful to deal with their digestive issue. As we started off on the program, digestive enzymes are just a fantastic, effective, natural tool to improve digestion, especially deal with some of the more common complaints of gas, bloating, and indigestion. Most of the time, those symptoms are simply a lack of digestive enzymes. It's amazing how many people have never tried them. If you have a digestive issue, nature has options for you, and the natural approach is to support digestion, enhance the body's ability to break down food and assimilate it. That's a lot better than the drug approach. The drug approach is basically to shut it down by using acid-blocking drugs or drugs that reduce intestinal peristalsis. It's an ill-conceived approach. A better approach is to give the body the tools it needs to be healthy.
Sure. And visit enzymedica.com and learn about this wonderful suite of products called Purify. We focus today on the 10-day complete body cleanse. Enzymedica products are sold in fine health stores throughout the United States. Dr. Murray, thank you for coming on today. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you the next time.
Yeah, we got to get together, especially with me spending more time in Sarasota.
Well, I'd love to see you.
Away.
I'd love to see you.
All right, man.
All right.
Set it up.
Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
We'll be back top of the second hour coming on here. And I have one to set up the theme for the second hour is simply this. Don't kiss your cat. Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in this portion. First portion was Dr. Michael Murray. Everything's on demand. Gary will tell you in a moment how you can get access to previously aired shows, video and audio. We're even thinking about hiring a psychic, and maybe you'll be able to channel the shows. Whatever we can do to make it easier for you.
Tyler Henry's on his way.
There he comes. Tell me. I'm glad you could stop by, and hope you're having a wonderful day. And we're headed into the weekend, of course, and people get into a lot of trouble on the weekend. Just be careful. No cheating. I'm talking about food. Don't cheat. Try to reward yourself. Say, well, I was good all week, and now I'm going to have some fun. Don't do. You'll wipe out everything you did during the week. We have a video or two about that where I, with a sense of humor, talk about why it's not a good idea to not do that on the weekend. We invite you to tune into the show and call us. If you're tuned in, to call and text and send emails, whatever way you can communicate with us in a variety of ways. Gary's going to tell you how to do it.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255. You can also message us through the Facebook, or you can directly email Dr. Garko at drgarko@letstalknutrition.com.
So the question is, here's the question. What do eating raw or uncooked meat, kissing or owning a cat, working in the garden, and receiving an organ transplant or blood fusion have in common? Everybody have the answer? Nobody knows the answer. It's toxoplasmosis. Let's see. Eating raw or undercooked meat, kissing or owning a cat, working in the garden, getting an organ transplant or blood transfusion. Well, what is toxoplasmosis? It's a parasitic disease caused by a single-celled parasite called Toxoplasma gondii. Now, people love their pets. Go to my website at letstalknutrition.com. There's an article there about the troubling tale of toxoplasmosis. Don't kiss your cat. Now, our pets, people love their pets. They do. And they're very, they're affectionate with them. They want to hold them, hug them, kiss them. There is some danger in that. I wanted to focus on that today a little bit. What inspired my thought to do that was I came across an article on FoxNews.com Health. And the headline on it was 7 diseases you can get from your pet. Ooh. And they mention, people enjoy their pets and this and that. And I get it. But they do point to these 7 diseases. I'll highlight them, and then I'll get to toxoplasmosis. And then there's another one, that pathological trouble issue, trichinosis. See if I have time to get to that, the terrible tale of trichinosis. We're going to focus on now a little bit with many of you have pets. I suspect the majority of the listeners and viewers of the show have a pet or two at home, given the popularity of pets. And I'm not against pets. But you need to be aware that your pet, now you usually think of, for example, salmonella. All right, you say, well, that has nothing to do with my pet. That's from undercooked meat. But you can get it from your pets as well. And salmonella is a bacteria or bacterium that will find its way to your gastrointestinal tract. Turns out that animals can also contract salmonellosis, and they can look quite healthy, and you would never know. But these animals can pass that bacteria into their feces. And in turn, they can contaminate other parts of their body, such as what? Their fur. And you contact the fur, you have a transference of the bacterium, then onto your hands, you touch it, or you kiss the cat, come in contact with that bacterium. Now, a lot of people may not have thought about that. I'm just trying to bring it to our attention so that we, that's the last thing you need. Talk about ruining your day. So after, you should wash your hands after touching pets, but especially if the animal's infected. But if you don't know, then that's troublesome. There's another, in this article, they point out ringworm. Actually stems from a fungal infection on your skin. And you can get the infection from lockers, by the pool, swimming rooms where you go in and change your clothes, as well as infected pets. To spot the ringworm on yourself or your pet, look for there's reddish ring, the reddish ring, the characteristic reddish ring that can have a darker edge than the center. And also be on the lookout for itchy red or scaly patches on the skin or broken blisters that tend to ooze. If you see those on your animal or on yourself, get your animal to a vet and yourself to a physician, emergency room, whatever. Now, veterinary medicine has come a long, long way. I've had vets on my show, veterinary practitioners, and it's interesting how complex it can get. And we have our pets, these intimate relationships, they're close to us emotionally and so on. And we handle them, kiss them, and this and that. But there is a danger. And so, again, the purpose here is just to raise our consciousness and our awareness about this. Now, there's another issue here. According to the CDC, about 40% of cats, that's a lot, carry the bacteria that causes what? What they call cat scratch disease. Now, cats like to bite, right? They like to, you know how they do, a playful bite or scratch. And humans can contract it if the cat bites with a playful bite, a scratch, or they lick an open wound and you touch them. I remember my daughter had cat scratch fever, and boy, that almost got out of hand. So you have to be very, very careful. If they bite you or scratch you, be mindful. And if you have cats, make sure you get rid of the fleas on your cat and wash any scratches that do occur with warm water and soap. If you have any doubts about your animals or your pets, take them to a vet. Okay? Come back. We'll continue this little theme of our relationship with our pets, but the possibility of getting infected with a disease. And then we'll take a call from Lansdale, Pennsylvania. And you're always invited to call the show, 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. We are coast to coast. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, and we're glad that you are there, and I'm glad to be with you.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends, Virilo Max, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension, exclusively available on Amazon.com.
Welcome to the show. If you just dialed in, we had Gwen in Lansdale. If she's still listening, call back, Glenn. I'll be happy to take your call and answer your question about testosterone. I have a thought or two about that. I'm not quite sure what your question might be. Please give me a call back if you can. Gary can give you the number.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255.
Give me a call back. We're talking about pets and the transference of disease from pets to humans. And we have intimate contact with our pets. We hug them, we kiss them, and this and that, and that's fine. But there is some danger. And I've highlighted already, the possibility of contracting salmonella, ringworm, cat scratch disease from your animals, Lyme disease. That we know is from ticks. Most people get that. That can live on your household pets. And these ticks often people will pick them up when they're in the outdoors. They may be hunting, walking, whatever, and they contract it. Lyme disease is bad news. Ask somebody who suffers from it. And if you do contract Lyme disease, initially you could have no symptoms, little or no symptoms, they point out in this article. But they said to beware of a bullseye rash on your skin or muscle and joint pain, and then you should seek medical treatment immediately. People suffer with Lyme disease. Another caution with pets is worms. And you can contract worms from your pet or pets. And so you need to be mindful of that. They live inside the gastrointestinal tract as a parasite, and their larvae get passed into the pet's feces. And then the pet comes in contact with their own feces, then you touch the pet, and then that's how you get the worms. Rabies, of course, everybody's aware of that. Contagious diseases from pets, when you're talking about that. Rabies is certainly one of them. Bad news as well. It's a virus. And what makes rabies so dangerous, it's a virus that infects the central nervous system of both animals and humans and can be fatal. Prevent rabies, they point out, keep all pets up to date on the rabies vaccine and stay away from wild animals. And I'm sure that, I don't know if Gary, when he was a police officer, ever got called out on some incident where you have some dog that's just out of control and attacking somebody. Usually they call pet control, but I don't know.
City had animal control. The county up in Pasco, they had SPCA and animal control, and there was guys, because the raccoons were so bad up here at one point in time that they were having rabies problems. Bad raccoons were attacking people. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a call and you have a pit bull or some dog that's...
No, nothing like that. But raccoons.
Squirrels?
Yeah, squirrels behaving weirdly. Armadillos coming out during the day and getting rabies. And it was weird because armadillos, they're herbivores, so they would get them too. Pigs, there's a huge pig problem up like where you live at, New Tampa. There was a huge hog problem when I first started, and the hogs were getting rabies. South Tampa, they had a hog problem at one time, and this was recently. They had to hire a hunter down in South Tampa for hogs.
What hogs in South Tampa? It's a city, man.
Yeah, you think, but yeah, there's some canopy where hogs were hiding out.
Are you serious?
Yes.
In South Tampa?
Yeah.
Heaven's sake. 877-897-8255. I never heard of such a thing. The things you learn. See, you ask questions and you find out. In this article, they feature toxoplasmosis, and I opened the show with talking about that. And you'll find an article that I wrote on this very topic. When I wrote it and then published it, I thought, nobody's going to read this. No, toxoplasmosis, people. And so I changed the title, and I changed it to The Troubling Tale of Toxoplasmosis, Don't Kiss Your Cat, and trying to get people to pay attention. Now, Toxoplasmosis is really serious. And you can get it not only from pets, but you can get it from eating raw or undercooked meat, kissing the cat, owning or kissing your cat, working in the garden as well, receiving an organ transplant or blood transfusion. Toxoplasmosis is responsible for about 327 deaths and over 4,000 hospitalizations annually. People die from this. You say, well, that's not a large number. Well, if you're one of them, that's a big number. I'm going to tell you more about toxoplasmosis, its transmission, some startling and frightening statistics and frightening facts about it, signs and symptoms, maybe how to treat it, prevent it, and so on. If I have time, we'll talk about trichinosis. Most of you know about that. Do you eat raw meat? You eat raw burger and stuff like that? Have you ever done that? You're going to tell me you have, yeah. Things, of course. Not me. I'm just saying. 877-897-8255. Call me back. Maybe you have a story about this you'd like to share.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas?
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Did you know that 7 in 10 people have digestive issues? It's no wonder, really. When you take a closer look at what's inside, you'll see that our intestinal environment is similar to a lush garden, a flourishing biodiversity comprised of healthy gut flora. Flora that we depend upon for our health and well-being. Stress, over-sanitization, over-processed foods, and the overuse of antibiotics have clear-cut our guts, leaving our tummies feeling, well, not great. You see, what we have done by killing off the gut flora is damage the soil of our inner gardens. With damaged soil, nothing can really grow or flourish, and disease starts to set in. But we will let you in on a little secret. Fermentation makes all the difference. You know that bloated feeling you can get when taking a vegan protein? Oh, come on. We know you know. Almost all of us get it. That feeling comes from a natural protective casing that surrounds grains and legumes. Because this casing acts as a natural defense mechanism to prevent the grain or legume from being digested, the result is gas and bloating as it passes through our digestive tract. This is where the magic of fermentation comes in. Only fermentation breaks down this casing, freeing the nutrients for absorption by your body. Not only that, but it amplifies the existing nutrients. This means you are getting all the available nutrients from your protein. But there's more. Remember our garden that we clear cut? Well, fermentation, when done right, actually restores that biodiversity of flora. Fermentation naturally replenishes the soil in our garden. Can your protein powder do all that? Well, ours can. Fermented Vegan Proteins Plus by Genuine Health. 7 plant-based sources for a complete amino acid profile. No bloating, maximizes protein and nutrient absorption, and strengthens your gut health. Gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, non-GMO, and 100% vegan. Try some today. Your gut will thank you. Genuine Health is possible.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing, talking about, contact with our pets and how that can be problematic. Transmission of disease. Just want to bring it to our attention. I thought that was a practical, everyday issue. Many people listening and watching the show have pets. And we have a caller from Tuscaloosa. Desi, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing okay.
Good. You had a question.
Yes. My question is, I sweat profusely.
Mm-hmm.
I use deodorant, but it don't seem to work. I don't care what kind I use, it doesn't work, and so I wanted to try to find out what I can do to alleviate this problem.
Okay. So you're talking about excessive perspiration or sweating. Is that what you're...
Yes.
Exactly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Have you had that issue your whole life or no?
I have, and I've used all brands of deodorant and still has not helped me.
Yep. Any perspirants and deodorants, one just takes care of the other. The other one will take care of the perspiration. So you have to make sure that you have a product that will do both, right?
Oh.
You understand? So,
I understand.
But before we go there, let me back up a little. You raise an interesting health. Believe it or not, this is a health issue too for some. Some people do perspire a lot. They do sweat a lot, and especially when they start to work out and they're moving, and some people don't. But excessive sweating, they have a name for it. It's called hyperhidrosis.
Oh my goodness!
Now, I'm not saying that you have that. Don't.
Okay.
I'm just trying to point to another arena here. You raised this issue, but there's a bigger issue that goes on here. Some people, when they have thyroid issues or diabetes or an infection, they will tend to perspire a lot. That's one thing to look at for people who have excessive sweating, but it's also common in people who tend to be a little bit overweight or even obese, they will tend to perspire or sweat a lot as well. But there are people who have had this their whole life, and it's not related to any particular health issue. That's just their particular biology, okay? So I'm not saying that you have a thyroid issue or diabetes or an infection. You say this has been this way your whole life.
It has.
Okay. So when you're buying products, you have to make sure, you have deodorants and antiperspirants. And some products are both. They'll have chemicals in the product to take care of odor, and then they have chemicals in the product to moderate the perspiration or the sweating. So if you're buying a straight-up deodorant product, it's not going to stop the sweating. So you have to get one that's an antiperspirant with the deodorant. Am I making sense?
Very much so.
Okay, so you have to read the label, right?
Okay, I will.
Deodorants. Now, deodorants for excessive sweating, they work. And what happens, too, you start using a particular antiperspirant, for example, and it'll stop working. The body acclimates, then you have to switch brands. And if you go into a health store, they have some natural based products for deodorants and antiperspirants. That's a you could check that. And your local health store, they may carry such products, and they may not have as many chemicals that would be deleterious to your health. So that's another possibility to keep in mind. Rather than just going to the pharmacy or a drugstore and buying it, you might consider going to a health store and ask them, do you have any products that help with, that are deodorant and antiperspirant as well?
Okay.
Did that help?
That helped a lot.
Okay.
At least I know where, what I need to do, because this is a big problem of mine, and I think by talking to you, it'll help me to get what I need to kind of help subside it. Yeah,
it's just making sure that you're getting the right deodorant versus an antiperspirant. And of course, these products come in different forms. There's in a stick, a spray, roll on, all these. The primary focus of a deodorant is to mask the odor of it. Right. And the odor is caused by bacteria. That's what causes the odor. And antiperspirants are to moderate they reduce the sweating under the arm, and that preventing bacteria from building up. So see, when you sweat, the bacteria like that warm, moist environment, and that promotes bacterial growth, and then that's where the odor's coming from. So if you can get a product that has both, it's both a deodorant and an antiperspirant, that makes good sense. Then you have also the option of going to a health store and finding a product that's more natural in its formulation.
Well, I must visit Marigold Sweet today.
It's called Marigold Sweet? Is that the name of the store?
No. It's called Mana Grocery.
Oh, okay. Maybe Gary can find it. Yep. Where is that, in Tuscaloosa?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and you shop there, do you?
I do.
Well, you can tell them that their store came up on our show today. You brought them up, and I mentioned them. And tell them to turn the radio on and play the show in their store.
I will.
Gary will tell you. We have a store that does that. We have more than a few.
Oh yeah, we have several in this area, and then even in Georgia and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, and it's unbelievable.
They play the show on the radio in their store when I'm on the air.
Okay.
So you can tell them that we mentioned them.
I certainly will.
All right. Thanks for your call. Thank you for listening to the show.
I'll continue. Have a great weekend.
You do the same. Stay dry. Okay, we'll be back. I'll have the LTN health question of the day. Pardon me.
I got to say, I'm a sweater as well.
You are? Huh?
Yeah, and I'm not necessarily overweight or obese or anything. So I'm just one of those people that's if I start to do any type of strenuous or physical activity, I just start pouring. And like you said, sometimes deodorant it stops working, and I have to switch brands and go over to that one. So
I do that too.
Just so she knows, she's not the only one out there. It happens
That's
at all.
right. Well, thank you for sharing that, Stephen. A lot of people do. They just perspire a lot. It's not a bad thing to perspire. It's a good thing.
Sage. I was always told to take sage.
Okay. We'll take a look at that. We'll come back. I'll have this question. It'll deal with toxoplasmosis or trichinosis and some statistic you'll see. LTN Coast to Coast.
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. I've been talking about, zeroed in on toxoplasmosis, but I also mentioned other diseases that can be contracted from pets. But this toxoplasmosis is bad news, let me tell you. And there's different means of transmission. First of all, to know it's a parasitic disease. It's caused by a single-celled parasite called, imagine that, Toxoplasma gondii. This parasite can get transmitted to you by eating raw or undercooked meat, kissing or owning a cat, working in the garden, getting an organ transplant, blood transfusion. So there are different means of transmission. Here's the question. Given how frequently people engage in these various means of transmission that I just mentioned, how many people in the United States may be infected with the toxoplasma parasite? What do you think? 6 million or 60 million? How many people are estimated to be infected with the toxoplasma parasite, Toxoplasma gondii? 6 million or 60 million? Call the number, have the right answer, you'll get a $25 supplement gift card.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. It's 877-897-8255.
I can tell you that this parasite is very troubling. The Toxoplasma gondii parasite infects over 1 million people annually in our country. And an estimated 4,800 people annually develop symptomatic eye disease from the parasite, leading to vision loss. So this is not just some annoyance. And further yet, in the United States, there are approximately 400 to 4,000 reported cases of congenital mother-to-child toxoplasmosis, leading to what? Potential miscarriage or severe disease in the newborn. For example, developmental delays in blindness and epilepsy. So this is serious. So the question is, how many people in the United States at any given time are infected with this particular parasite? 6 million or 60? Okay, line calls are coming in, and again, just a word of caution: if you know how these things come about, then you can practice better prevention. But eating raw or uncooked meat, there's a danger in that. Kissing your cat, handling animals, wash your hands, keep them away from your mouth. I'm just telling you, don't. I said it with a sense of humor, but you shouldn't be doing that. Let's go to Harleysville. Carol, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Hi.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Good. So, roughly, how many people in the United States at any given time will suffer from toxoplasmosis? 6 million or 60 million? They can be infected with the virus. 60 million. Yeah, it's quite prevalent.
It is.
And given the different means of transmission, from eating eating raw or uncooked meat, kissing animals, cat in particular, working in a garden, the parasite is in there too. Even an organ transplant, not people aren't lining up all day, by the millions for that, but there's quite a few. And blood transfusions, yes. So it's transmitted in various ways. But congratulations, you won a $25 supplement gift card.
Thank you.
Yeah, and headed into the weekend, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, it's nice weather up. Nice weather up there, isn't it?
It's beautiful right now.
Yeah. Good. Well, we're glad that you tuned in. Thank you for listening, and congratulations on winning a $25 supplement gift card.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. Gary had mentioned that we had a previous caller mentioned excessive perspiration. There is some discussion in the literature about sage and perspiration, and I was just checking around, and I saw that Dr. Weil had an article, and in that article he mentions another doctor who says that sage leaf is useful in excessive sweating, and this particular doctor in the article recommended buying dried leaf, the sage leaf in capsules, and taking 1,000 milligrams twice a day. Now, there is a cautionary note when using sage. Pregnant women need to be very careful because it can cause uterine contractions. And also, using essential oil of sage can be a toxic compound, so you have to be very careful. But I was looking for some clinical trials and studies, and I couldn't come up with any. So some of this may be just anecdotal, but I thought I'd mention it since Gary brought it up. Who told you that? Some medicine doctor, Indian doctor? That's common in American Indians. They talk about that.
My mom did.
Okay, there you go. So things get passed along, and sometimes there aren't clinical trials. It's just anecdotal, and people find out that it works. Can't do a clinical trial for everything, but nevertheless. Thanks for tuning in today, and we never did get to trichinosis. Maybe that's better. Enough bad news as it is. That article, the toxoplasmosis article of mine is on my website at letstalknutrition.com. So, what are you gonna do this weekend, Gary? What do you have?
I'm gonna take her canoeing.
Who's
my daughter?
Gary has
my girl.
He has his daughter in the studio, but I couldn't get her to come on air. She's a little shy.
She's turned away from the microphone and facing the wall.
I see that. You're going to go fishing, you say?
Yeah, we're going to do some canoeing, go fishing maybe.
Oh, great. Have fun. Caitlin, have fun. Okay, she's saying yes.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget about your health. Don't go off the rails here because it's the weekend. Stay disciplined. It always pays off. Your health is your best investment. Your health is your wealth. And your health is the wealth of those people in your life that care about and love you. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you on Monday.